Coach Stone Podcast.
Coach Stone Podcast number 36. I want to thank everyone for listening to the Coach Stone Podcast, JC Hawks Radio, JC Sports Network, and BJ. Remember, if you ever missed any of my podcasts, you can listen to them on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, and now Google Play under JC Hawks Radio. Also remember, go to my website for more information about my podcast, blogs, books, football tips, and free PE games. Go to CoachStoneFootball.com. Also, I recommend when you go to my website, look at the bottom of my website for promo codes of all the products that I think would help you as a coach or player. Some you'll hear during the commercial breaks on this podcast. Remember, if you have not seen my Back to the Basics books, manuals, I highly recommend them. It is on Amazon.com, hardcover and Kindle. There are 5 tackle books, 1 flag book, 1 tackle bar book, a clinic notebook, and a junior edition. Over 2,000 pages of football drills and contents. Without further ado, and I apologize to Nick right now because we had a little snafu, but BJ saved us, right, Nick?
Yes,
Nick
sir.
Bandstrom. I want to introduce Nick Bandstrom, the special teams coordinator and business teacher at Fairborn High School. Coach, are you on?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Perfect. We're going to do it a little bit differently, Coach, because we're on this thing where every time I type, everyone's going to hear it, okay? Because we had to switch this, and the next episode on 37 will be a lot better. So this is how it'll work, Coach. We'll go from pregame, kickoff, first drive question, halftime, kick return, second drive, 2-minute warning, and then end of game. Are you ready to go, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Pregame, Coach Bandstrom, tell us about yourself. Go.
Hi, my name is Nick Bandstra. I am a special teams coordinator at Fairborn High School. I've been coaching for 9 years now, kind of just working and developing myself from a middle school coach to a high school coach. I've had worked for a lot of good coaches, and kind of my goal right now is to help develop other coaches through what we're doing on my YouTube channel.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do, Coach, is this. We're going to talk about, tell us your Twitter, your Facebook, and your YouTube channel right now.
Okay. My Twitter is at CoachBandstra. My Facebook is Nicholas Bandstra. And my YouTube channel can be found either by typing Coach Bandstra, Nick Bandstra, or Nicholas Bandstra into YouTube.
Awesome. Coach, we'll go to commercial break. We'll be right back with the kickoff, okay?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Coach Stone Podcast number 36. We have Nick Bandstrom on the phone now, special teams coordinator from Fairborn High School. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Do you preach about ball security? Is getting better each day something you strive to do? Do you want to work to eliminate fumbles? The High and Tight Teaching Football is a revolutionary design football that encompasses virtually every method known to eliminate fumbling, thus maximizing your opportunity to be victorious. The High and Tight Teaching and Training Football is state-of-the-art patented football that gives athletes and those around instant, audible feedback when you are holding the football correctly, high and tight, thus closing the gap between the wrist and the body and the elbow and the body. Whether you're a player, utilize the wing tee carrying with 2 hands over the ball, or a pro style against their body, High and Tight provides an audible alert when proper hold is executed correctly. Start to create habits that win games with teaching your players how to carry the ball high and tight. Order yours today at highandtight.com. Use promo code CoachStone to save. Coach Stone Podcast number 36. We have Nick Bandstrom on the phone, special teams coordinator at Fairborn High School. Coach has a great YouTube channel. He is entering his 10th season as a coach currently. Coach, here we go. Kickoff question. Why did you start filming and posting the free clinics on your YouTube?
Really, it was 2 reasons. One, and it's kind of funny, I tell everybody, is just not to go insane. I don't do well being socially isolated from other people, and it kind of has kept me busy. But the second and probably more important reason is to help develop other coaches. I've been that coach that's had to pay money out of his own pocket to do clinics or go places or pay for certain things for his program, and I kind of want to provide an opportunity for other coaches so they didn't have to do that. We've recorded over 100 clinics for the YouTube channel now from a wide range of coaches from across the country. I just want to be able to provide other coaches an opportunity to learn and develop themselves, especially in this weird time and atmosphere that we're in.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, like, you know, the social media stuff has gone insane. During the day, it's like everyone's doing all this other stuff. I'm working at school, like trying to get kids involved in stuff, and so are you. And then at nighttime, you know, like we're doing this, we're just trying to like keep things like going with the whole football aspects that we're probably missing and things like that. Describe to the people that are listening, what are some like topics that you've done so far? I know you've done over 100, but like just touch base on like certain ones.
Just kind of, we got everything from obviously offense, defense, special teams, but kind of a couple of the special ones I think we have. Our first one, which just kind of has taken off, our defensive coordinator did a video for me on creating a game plan and how he develops that throughout the week. I have several on defending like the power tee, the wing tee. We have a lot of great culture ones, coaches how they do and develop culture. Our 100th one that will actually come out Wednesday, May 13th, is a little different video. It's very special. I have Coach Wes Ross doing a little kind of mini clinic, and most of it is not football related. It deals with his Troy Strong movement and the health of his son, kind of a little more personal aspect. That's kind of a special one, for our 100th, that I think raise awareness to coaches on the importance of family and kind of how they can help his situation, help others in a similar situation.
Awesome. Perfect. That is awesome. And here's what I would do. Coach, do me a favor. Tell everybody the YouTube channel if they want to go subscribe to it right now.
If they want to go subscribe to it, it is CoachBandstra. But you can also find it by typing in Nicholas Bandstra or Nick Bandstra.
Coach, it sounds great. We're going to go commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll go with the first drive question.
Sounds fantastic, Coach.
Perfect. I'm sorry. Coach Stone podcast number 36. We'll be right back with Nick Bandstra, special teams coordinator from Fairborn High School. We'll be right back. Safe contact, sound fundamentals. Tackle bar football is a safer approach that preserves the tradition and fundamentals of the football game. What is tackle bar football? Tackle bar football is a safer approach to the game that preserves the tradition and spirit of the sport. Players wear traditional football equipment plus a tackle bar harness that holds 2 foam bars across the lower back. The defender must attract and engage with a proper form tackling technique while wrapping the ball carrier and ripping a bar from the harness. With this approach, players stay on their feet rather than taking the ball carrier to the ground. Tackle bar. Coach Stone podcast number 36. Got Nick Bandstra, special teams coordinator at Fairborn High School. He has an awesome YouTube channel and everything. So now here we go, Coach. First drive question. How do you find the wide range of speakers on your channel?
There's 3 ways I do it. The first main way I kind of started with this was people I know, either that I've coached with or that I have really good relationships with. Those were kind of the first people I reached out to. Like the first 2 videos on there one was by our defensive coordinator. The second one was by a buddy of mine who I consider almost like a father figure. He did that one for me. The second way is I kind of just what I call cold calling people. I'll send Twitter messages or emails to people I know or people that I've seen post stuff, or even if I haven't posted anything, who maybe their head coach or defense coordinator somewhere, and I just reach out to them if they're interested. I try to find people that aren't necessarily doing the clinic circuit every day. I kind of want to hit some of those people that are kind of ignored by the big markets. And then the third way, which tends to be probably the easiest way for me to get people, is by recommendation. I've had a lot of good coaches recommend other people to me, and I just say so-and-so recommend me, and a lot of people are kind of very willing to jump on. Like the Utica College and Keystone College coaches have been very good in recommending people for me and helping me expand a wide network and getting a fantastic high school and small college speakers for our clinic channel.
That's awesome. And whoever recommended for you to get me on, even though I got you on first, I just want you to know I got you on my podcast before you got me on your YouTube channel. Tell that person I'll keep the check coming, because I don't want to say who it is. Don't tell me who it is, because then I might have to send another check to somebody else. Okay?
We'll do, Coach. We'll do.
Coach, let's do this. Let's go to halftime. I know this first kickoff and this first drive was kind of a mess, but I promise you, when we get back from halftime, we're in the groove now and we're going back. So let's get on the board. Let's talk about some of those clinics that you're doing with all these other coaches. And if you are a coach that you think you have, and Coach has those 3 avenues for you, then make sure you reach out to him to a possible maybe get on his YouTube channel. Coach, we'll be right back after his halftime, okay?
Yes, sir.
Coach Stone podcast number 36, Nick Bandstra, Special Teams Coordinator at Fairborn High School. We'll be right back after halftime.
What legacy will you leave as a coach? The 3-dimensional coaching framework empowers coaches at every level to fulfill their transformational purpose by helping them become fundamentally sound, skilled at coaching the mind, and focused on developing the heart. Are you needing to take courses to meet professional development or recertification requirements? If so, check out the different online 3D coaching course offerings at 3dinstitute.com. You can even take the 3D coaching course for 3 graduate credits. Make sure you use the coupon UNITEALL to save 10% on your entire cart. That's UNITEALL, no spaces, all one word, at 3dinstitute.com.
The Big Four, a physical education book written by Coach Anthony Stone, can be purchased through the following locations: Amazon, iTunes, BarnesandNoble.com, and Kobo.
Go Army Edge Football is a free game-changing app that allows coaches to draw their plays with X's and O's like on a whiteboard, and then get the mental reps from the first person's perspective of any position on the field with real-time 3D graphics or virtual reality. Go Army Edge Football comes preloaded with many example plays and drills for concepts such as formation recognition and RPO reads. Any coach in any system can benefit from demonstrating in Go Army Edge Football, and every player can become a better football player with extra reps in the app. Go visit them on their Twitter or Facebook, insert at Go Army Edge.
Brunch, $30.
Hey, that's okay, Wendy. That was a good carry. You're still the man. You're the man.
Latte, $4.
Shake it off, Johnny. Rub some dirt on it.
New piano, $3,000.
All right, guys. They're not saying boo. They're saying movers.
Supporting your team, priceless.
Sorry, Bobby. You still got the best arm in the neighborhood.
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
This is decaf, right?
Coach Stone podcast number 36, Nick Bandstra on the phone. We had Special Teams Coordinator at Fairborn High School. Coach, here we go. Kick return question. It's almost how I left halftime. If you are still looking for speakers, and if so you are, how may coaches contact you if they're interested in doing a clinic? And what do you want from them? Because if you're not reaching out to them, you don't want someone off the street. Like, what do they do if you need more speakers? How do they get a hold of you, and what do they need to send you for that to happen? Go ahead.
The easiest way, in all honesty, to get a hold of me is follow me on Twitter. Typically, if I see that you have some sort of coaching listed in your bio, I'll follow you back immediately. I'm a very big believer on taking care of coaches. If a coach follows me, I'm going to follow them back. At that point, just send me a DM. And I always have my phone on me like 90% of the day. So if you send me a message, I'll usually get back to you pretty quickly. Main thing you kind of need to let me know is obviously you're interested, but after that, just kind of be like, this is what I'm interested in speaking about. Here's some of my credentials. Like I said, I could care less if you were 1-9 or 9-1 last year. That has no factor on me selecting you as a speaker. You were hired as a coach for a reason. You obviously have credentials. I'm more interested in what do you want to speak about and why. Like, I want coaches that are passionate about what they're speaking about, that are interested in what they're speaking about. And I also try to make it unique. Like, I have a coach here in a week that's just going to speak on probably 30, 45 minutes on double team blocks. That interests me. It's something unique. I've never seen a clinic that's 30 to 45 minutes on just double teams. It's something different. Give me something different, or give me something that you're passionate about, and I will do whatever I can to get you on.
Awesome. That's great, Coach. And listen, at the end of the day, do me a favor. What is your Twitter handle again?
My Twitter handle again is @CoachBandstra. For those listening on audio, it is Coach and then B as in boy, A-N, D as in dog, S-T-R-A.
And, Coach, what we'll do is we'll put a link on there at the bottom with your YouTube channel and also your Twitter so they can follow you. Does that sound good?
That sounds fantastic, Coach. Thank you.
No, don't worry about it. Let's do this. Let's go to commercial break. We'll go to the second drive question right after commercial break. Sound okay?
Looking forward to it.
Perfect. Coach Stone podcast number 36. Coach Nick Bandstra on the phone, special teams coordinator at Fairborn High School. We'll be right back.
Watch Game Film, the simple and affordable way to watch, exchange, and manage game film. Watch Game Film has been around for 10 years and works with all sports and all levels of play. Subscriptions start at $100 per team and include unlimited film. www.watchgamefilm.com.
Coach Stone podcast number 36. I know we've been out for a while. We've been with this whole Corona thing, but we are back, and we are back strong, and we have some more lined up for the next couple of weeks for more podcasts. Second drive question, Coach. Here we go. What is your end goal or vision for this YouTube channel and the free clinics you provide? There you go.
My main goal behind it, and when I started this, I didn't really have, let's get a certain amount of subscribers or let's do this. My two main goals were, A, to give a platform to coaches who don't have a platform. I mean, I'm all for those coaches that are on everything and are at every Glacier and every other event. But I want to give a platform to those coaches who don't necessarily get the opportunity for whatever reason it is. That's kind of my first goal. My second goal is to help educate and develop other coaches. I mean, I've seen I can't remember exactly how the quote goes, but I've seen the same quote probably 100 times this offseason. If you're not getting better right now, you're wasting your time. Find a way to develop yourself right now. It doesn't necessarily have to be football. It could be through your family, through work. Hell, it could be exercise or how you eat. But find something to develop. And here's an avenue for those of you that want to develop your coaching skills to take advantage of that. And really, and I just thought of a third one that I kind of talk about with some people is my other end goal for this is for me to have the opportunity, it's kind of selfish, to develop relationships with coaches across the country. I want to get to know other people. I want to develop relationships. I'm a big relationship guy, whether it be with our players, our coaches. That's kind of the key thing. So, like, anytime I'm in a certain area of the country traveling, I can go say, hey, I know so-and-so, and I can kind of either maybe talk ball or just grab a bite to eat with somebody.
That is, Coach, hey, you know what I like about it? And this is what I would tell you. The one thing I had you on here for, and I know we had this whole hiccup with the phone call, and it took like 2 hours to get us on going and getting us going live, is you're genuine. And you're like, you're not trying to like do this or do this. You're just trying to give back. And like all the people I bring on my podcast, all 36 guests and companies, you guys all have the thing I always say, I love football. And from the bottom of my heart, Coach, I want to thank you for being a guest on here. And then we're going to go to commercial break, and then we're going to go to 2-minute words of wisdom, if that's okay with you.
That sounds great, Coach. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Coach Stone podcast number 36, Nick Bandstra on the line, special teams coordinator at Fairborn High School. We'll be right back.
In business for 30 years, Collegiate Sports Data is the most reliable source of high school football prospect information. We are a free service for high schools and athletes. Our focus is getting the right players in front of the right colleges. www.collegiatesportsdata.com.
Coach Stone podcast number 36. Nick Bandstra on the line, special teams coordinator at Fairborn High School. Coach, here we go. 2-minute warning. Your words of wisdom. Ready, set, go.
My words of wisdom, and this isn't me being a philosopher, this isn't a great quote, but it's simple to the point. Just help others. It's just find a way to help other people. Doesn't matter how. Doesn't have to be financially. It could be through action. Kind of one thing I learned more than anything from my mother is find a way to help other people, either by a money avenue or an action avenue.
That's awesome. Something my wife always says to me too. That's one thing my wife does, and I try to do it too, and it's amazing. Coach, that's great. Coach, that's game. So the game is over. What we're going to do now is I'm going to wrap it up. I want to first thank you, but before I do that and everything, do me a favor. If they want to get a hold of you social media-wise or whatever I want you to give them like your social media, how to follow you, how to message you, and also your YouTube channel. Can you do that again?
Yes, sir. Coaches, the easiest way to get a hold of me again is probably through my Twitter. Just follow me on at CoachBandstra on Twitter. If you have any type of coaching information in your bio, it says I'm a football coach, assistant football coach. Heck, you could be a coach for a different sport. I will follow you back, and then just send me a DM on there. You can also get a hold of me on Facebook. Just type in Nicholas Bandstra. And then my YouTube channel, if you're interested in looking up again, is Coach Bandstra. But you can also find it by typing in Nick Bandstra or Nicholas Bandstra. Thank you again, Coach Stone, for having me on. This was a great time.
Well, no, thank you for coming on, and I promise we'll get on this for a YouTube channel too and get it going. What I'll do is I'll make sure when we put this out there that it's in there, the link to your social media, Twitter, if you haven't, email me that, and also the YouTube link, and I know you already sent me that. So I'll wrap up this game because the game's over. I want to thank JC Hawks Radio, JC Hawks Sports Network, and BJ for helping out, especially today with everything she's done. If you ever miss an episode of any of my podcasts, you can listen to them on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, and Google Play now under JC Hawks Radio, JC Hawks Sports Network. Also remember, go to my website for more information about my podcast, blogs, books, football tips, and free PE games. Go to CoachStoneFootball.com. Coach, again, thank you so much. It was Coach Nick Bandstrom, Special Teams Coordinator at Fairborn High School. He does have a YouTube channel. Check it out. I'll leave everybody with this. Always remember, instilling confidence by laying a foundation. Thank you and have a great day. Coach Stone Podcast, number 36.
Coach Stone Podcast.